With the benefit of his charm, Farewell had easily secured the use of the sleek vessel of the Sultan of Zanzibar, and with his companions Halstead and Pampata, he took off in pursuit of the Defiance, plying speedily through the waters of the Indian Ocean down the coast of East Africa. Now the captain knew he didn't have long. In a day or two, the slave ship would have cleared the wild coast, veering round the Cape of Good Hope in the direction of the Americas. Time was of the essence.
Three masts. Square rigged. Bearing on a course to weather the Cape. That's our bark, all right. Karim, shake out every last reef. Crack on all the sail we can carry. I want to be alongside that bark by sunrise tomorrow.
يلا يا رجال ابحروا ابحروا.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I've been thinking. Wouldn't it be best to let Shaka go? There's little chance of an alliance, now that he's seen us for what we really are.
What we really are? What we are is Plato, Newton, Shakespeare, Marlowe. What we are is thousands of years of collective insight, enlightened culture. What we are, mate.
She's flying Portuguese cover. You reckon she's another slaver?
No, her hull is too high. She's too fast. It almost looks like she's chasing us.
Chasing us? Why, sir?
No idea. Only the British police slave ships. We'll know in the morning, though. She'll have caught us by then. Take the wheel, Mr. Hawkins. I will leave you next watch.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Hawkins. What did Mr. Tucker mean before when he called out to you?
No meaning there, sir. Except the ravens of a covert.
Hawkins is as guilty as Tucker. You know he is.
Hawkins is my first mate. To alienate him would be toying with mutiny.
So you'll do nothing. You think we should both mind our own business to the point of allowing rape and murder?
You're a woman of light, Miss Farewell. Stop fumbling in my darkness.
Stop being a part of this horror. You ask me why I stayed on board this ship. What if I were to tell you it was to persuade you not to abandon the beliefs you held as a child?
It's too long and too late for miracles. It's a question of honesty, you see. Made a fortune from this horror. What right have I now to escape misery when I've been the cause of it for so many?
So you'll go on creating more misery for yourself and others. Forgive me, but I think there's more to you than the darkness you choose to fumble in.
What? What, Kevin? What do you want of me that's still left to give?
Nothing.
Tomorrow I'll land you on the Wild Coast with an escort as I promised. He'll accompany you as far as you dare to go.
all right, you know. It was the sheer boredom of my life in London that led me to search for my father. Hoping to mesh my life with his again. To find purpose in him as he had found it in me all those years after my mother's death. And it meant nothing to me that I might find a changed man, for in many ways that's what I was longing for. Change. But I never meant to fall in love. It was one of those adventures in life that I thought I would forego. Especially with a man such as yourself, Captain Prentice.
Let it be. I am definitely the wrong man.
I seem to love you in spite of knowing that.
Are you, Tucker? Are you daft, man? Shaka off! Cool him down, I says. Cool him down now. Hawkins! Louder. Hawkins! Get down here! Quick! Hawkins!
Evening, Tucker. Good to see you up and around again. Now, what might you be doing here with that blade?
Waiting on you, you skirty Judas.
Fire?
Fire! Come.
Fire! Fire!
Fire! Fire! Hawkins! Fire! Hawkins! Hawkins! Where the hell are you? Get some water on these decks! Go on the lifeboats.
The slaves! We have to free them!
That's impossible!
You won't, I will!
Breaker's on fire!
No! Mungo!
سفينة أمامنا! سفينة أمامنا!
Yes, Captain Prentice. Jurisdiction here is decidedly British. You are Captain Prentice, I take it. Mungo Prentice? Farewell. Francis Farewell, R.N.
Farewell.
You find me amusing, sir?
More than you can appreciate.
I appreciate that you've been caught in a heinous and unlawful activity. Any mitigation you wish to offer in your defense? I thought not. In that case, by the authority and rank vested in me by His Majesty, I find you in violation of the Lord Solicitor General's ban on slave trading, and herewith detain you to be remanded in custody.
The man's Portuguese. He's out of your jurisdiction. No!
Such uncommon devotion speaks well of you, Captain. I should not wonder if you and your Jackie hang from the same gallows.
Why pursue us when there are countless other slave ships plying the ocean?
Because of your special cargo, Captain.
What cargo might that be?
Shaka, Captain. Shaka Zulu.
You mean the slave on board my ship?
What became of him, Captain?
I'm not sure. I lost sight of him when the ship went down. He commandeered one of my lifeboats, but he could scarcely make it to shore. The currents are too strong.
Shaka not make it? Hardly, Captain. I've seen him survive unscathed where any other man would have perished.
Well, that's encouraging enough. See, there was a woman with him. White woman. Your daughter.
Are any of you of the Zulu tribe? Zulu? I know we're on the wild coast somewhere. I don't know where exactly, but judging from the maps I've seen, we must be very near the citadel of the Zulu king, Shaka. Shaka Zulu. I must find him. My father is with him. Are any of you Zulu? Are any of you of the Zulu tribe? Shaka! Shaka Zulu!
Shaka. Shaka.
Wait. Please wait. Thank you. Thank you. How do you say that? In your language.
What is a king, the poet wrote? A man condemned to bear the public burden of his nation's destiny. and Shaka Zulu, every inch a king, knew that he must bear this burden by confronting the enemy he had left behind in the one place where he was sure he would find him: the gutted ruins of the vanquished Masonic kingdom. He must either kill Ngoro and win his head as a trophy, or be killed in the attempt. Master or victim. No middle way.
عندي اشكي دايليس بهاي بهاي راح تساعة نمدي ما فتشات فماذا ونتيران ابراراي احد بينغ ترويتي مزوار روت غفريقيا اقليدني قلدان نقوزي ما كوزي توسنزون تفوقت الحكام في تميزاري توتنطيد كل ما دنارقي يستحيان كل ما يلولانا راقي سود مدر حدو كيقانا قليت تنطان تمسورا وقدرور يقنوان ساولني في خشنك دون دلو ساولني في تكرفنك فكية فوتنك يويس النندي
ين لابان زاك مينا ماتش
أزدارت تمزورت الشيطان يوي عاقد سموس انتي خفنك ختايان سولان يقديمن يمزوو منا قدرو غريب افات الراحت نغ كل ما تزريت يرايعوم غدامن
لندن
Every reason to believe that Shaka is alive and hardly well disposed towards us. Which is all the more frustrating when one considers that I was nearing a breakthrough.
How so, Captain?
Aspects of our two worlds were beginning to come together like pieces of a puzzle. And we were both of us, Shaka and I, looking forward to the final picture with confident curiosity. The night of the ambush, he looked at me. And because we spoke the same language, those men, he thought I had a hand in it. And I saw it in his eyes. His infinite regret. He'd wanted it to work, you see, this unlikely friendship. And it pained him to perceive that in the end we as a people were not worthy of his trust.
And that may well be what the history books will say, that we had it coming. But they must also tell how we went out with a fight. As I see it, if Shaka marches south across the Bashi, the Great Kai, and the Great Fish Rivers, his first impact with the whites will be here in Kingston. A mere outpost where a handful of our settlers would fashion a haven of peace in a hostile land. Huh. Well, they won't have much of that, will they? This continent can be so unforgiving. But we'll show them what we're made of. Kingston will be our Masada, and that's where we'll post all our available troops, both English and Dutch.
A handful to order for tidal. We've come round full circle, back to where I came in 2 years ago. Only this time, Catherine's life hangs in the balance.
Let me go with you. I'm responsible. I enslaved Shaka. What difference does it make to King George and his henchmen if I die in the gallows at Newgate? Or I'm slaughtered by the very men I shackled for profit?
No difference at all, really. Indeed, one might see a poetic justice in delivering you into the hands of your own merchant.
Shaka.
Afternoon, Miss Farewell. Get down!
Upanga madlo. Abanye ke. Ndlovukazi. Letabuka ngonyama.
Wakati.
Mr. Finn, you have no idea how glad I am to see you. Where is he? Where is my father?
I thought you would know.
Why me? You mean he's not here with you? Let me go.
With me? Oh, no, not anymore. Last time I saw him.
Stop that. Put me down immediately. Do you hear me? Mr. Finn, would you kindly tell these men I do not like being carried about like a sack of potatoes?
It wouldn't do much good, Miss Farewell. They're all set in their ways around here. I beg your pardon?
The last time you saw my father, you were telling me.
Oh, yes, he was... How the devil did you get here?
On a slave ship.
A what?
Where is he, Mr. Finn?
A slave ship?
Concentrate, Mr. Finn. My father, where is he? I've traveled almost 10,000 miles.
But if you were with Shaka, he should be... with you.
Call your king. Call Shaka. Tell them I must speak to Shaka. What you mean my father should be with me? Why on earth would my father be with me?
Shaka and Francis left together, Miss Farewell. They...
What?
A slave ship.
Ndabezi, Zulu and Pesu. I will contact all the regimental camps. The entire army will be ready to march by the full moon. Ndabezi.
Wait, Ngoma. There are some, Ngoma. Some who are very close to me, who would ask that the great elephant rise above his outrage.
Any? Not retaliate. But your honor is at stake, Ndabezi. Our honor.
There are some, Ngoma, who know me from the beginning, who would argue that evil cannot be defeated by revenge.
Who are these advisors? Who would make a coward of a great elephant? Look what they've done to you, Ndabezita. The ship wait for its ground. Siakon, Shonakon, Ndabezita.
Uzodinga ngibonane nendlovukazi. I will have to seek my queen's advice.
The road to power is travelled in solitude. And Shaka Zulu, who was no stranger to power or solitude, now felt more alone than ever. Since the night of her lord's capture, Nandi had fought back the shadows of death. Yet despite my medicines and the strength of her will, death had claimed her.
It is a good thing, my queen, that you did not live to see this. In my shame, your heart would have was broken.
So it is true. You intend to lock arms in friendship with their king?
You believe this to be a mistake?
My ears tell my heart that soon they will be like locusts, swarming, devouring everything in their path. Don't you not see it? They even have your tongue dancing to their language. You are the master of Africa. But Even your power may be helpless against such a plague.
You were right. We cannot share life with these people. Colored bottles of magic that make us believe we are what we are not. A god of life that hangs dead from a tree. Lies. You white-stealing lies! Commander!
That is it.
The seed waits for its ground, and its roots will be deep.
What is it?
A funeral. She was his lifeblood, his inspiration, his goddess.
The master of Africa.
The road to power. A journey of solitude.
Never seen such a festive funeral.
Well, that's no funeral, Miss Verna. It's a war dance.
War? With whom?
Malcolm.
Dandumbuyas. Okay, Yambuyas.
Dance? I cannot dance, Bob. You know that?
Dance for me now.
King wants dancing, Mr. Finn. And dancing he shall have.
And all Miss Farewell, you daren't.
Rubbish. Shaka! 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 I must speak with him.
Miss Farewell, you cannot just storm in here and call the king by name.
Shaka! Where is my father? Where is Francis Farewell?
Ufebana. Ubulawe izandla zalaba ade bethumbe mina.
What did he say?
Your father is dead.
No. I don't believe you. You speak English. Why did you bring me here? What do you want from me?
Bathatha umngane. Uma isiqila wena uzoba umkromelo wami. Kodwa uma efile nawe uzomlandela.
What did you say?
They have taken his daughter, he says. If she lives, if she too has been enslaved, then you will be offered in ransom for her return. But if she's dead, he says, then we'll join the others.
Join the others?
Genocide, Miss Farewell. He means to purge this land of all whites.
Now, TJ, come back here, do your work. TJ! Ugh, the skin.
Really necessary?
It's a question I might ask you, Captain. Seeing as how your experience of chains far exceeds my own.
I'm already a prisoner. My humiliation will add nothing to your stature.
How close are they, the Zulus?
About 20 miles distant, sir. We should be hearing them before nightfall.
Hearing, Lieutenant?
They tell me it's like an earthquake. An advancing earthquake.
Shaka's scouts had told him that Pampata was alive and in the company of Farewell. And his heart steeled against emotion. He caught sight of the men who had changed the course of his life.
That there, what is it? That.
It is a place where we meet, Baba. To speak with our God. O Cristo.
O Cristo. You are lying, Finn. You told me that he died. How can a dead god speak?
Through the Spirit, Baba. He speaks to your heart.
I am Shaka. The heavens themselves address me with respect. Yet I have never heard your O Cristo. Does he not wish to speak to me?
Perhaps you have never listened.
And if I were willing to listen, when would your O Cristo be speaking again?
Tomorrow, Baba. Tomorrow's his birthday. It is a day of remembrance for us all.
Your God has a birthday? What strange people you are. But you are right about tomorrow. It will be a day to remember. For you all. Go, Finn. Go now. Go to your people with my message. Tell them about the exchange. My daughter for his daughter.
You mean... I can...
Yebu, go now.
Mr. Finn.
Hambabu, go now. Go before I kill you both.
Be patient.
Captain. Look.
Welcome home, Finn. Out of the frying pan into the fire.
Could this trade-off give us any leverage, Captain? Your daughter for the Zulu girl?
It's hard to predict what a man like Shaka will do. It may all depend on the measure of his justice. If you were Shaka, gentlemen, and had seen what he'd seen, humanity transported like animals, the living chained to the dead, with no hope, no dignity, would you not seek revenge on all that is white? The question is, what is the rightful sentence for our crime? Death of a whole town, a whole colony? Or will Shaka's justifiable wrath be assuaged with the blood of those who actually wronged him?
Ready, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
whole years without a word. 2 years is a long time, sir. Catherine, she spent 2 years pining for you.
I was shipwrecked.
Yes, I know the feeling. You have a lot more in common, sir, than on. We both use these Africans for profit, one way or another. Whereas you sought glory for king and country, I opted for a pouch of gold. The crime was the same in intent. Sir, your excuse about being shipwrecked, Catherine will not believe it. She's too perceptive. You should give her the real reason why you disappeared for so long.
You speak of my daughter with such familiarity.
Slave ship is hardly the place for romantic interviews.
The real reason I disappeared? Of course, I could tell myself it was because of my mission to Shaka for king and country. But despite my initial patriotism, in the end I'd made Shaka my own personal mission. I suspect I'd become the same for him. Fact is, I could have left Shaka's world any time I wanted to without any real opposition from him or the crown. But you see, this country, Africa, it caught me unawares. Each morning I'd wake up and find myself more and more infatuated with the place. It's a physical thing, you understand. It's capricious, enticing, feckless, unforgiving, and ever so desirable.
Like a woman.
You're in love with her, aren't you? I see. What a shame, then, for a man to receive a new lease of life on the eve of his own demise.
The exchange shall take place here.
But I must see Shaka. Talk to him.
Iwena. He would not meet with you, Febana.
He must. He must hear the truth from my lips.
No more talk. Our ears still ring with your deceit.
Catherine!
Manga! Manga!
No!
Papata!
No, don't shoot!
Abulanem! Abulanem!
Kill me. Go ahead, kill me. I'm the one you want.
never had any intention of letting me go. What are you going to do tomorrow? Murder this entire settlement? I won't allow it!
You have a spirit of a Zulu.
What kind of a spirit is that? What valor is needed to slaughter innocent children?
You speak to me of an innocent? Those ships of yours, where do they take the children of Africa? Is there a monster in your world who feeds on our flesh? Huh?
Killing us all is not the answer. For when my king hears of this massacre, he will send more ships, and more, and more.
You try to scare me, woman.
For every man and woman that you kill tomorrow, he shall kill 100 of yours. And then you shall strike back, and so shall he, until this land is drenched in the blood of our people. Only you can stop this. You have the power. And compassion.
And what would you have me do? Find forgiveness like your God?
Is that not the greatest act of courage?
How can I bargain with men who think I'm an animal?
By showing them that you are not.
He's lost faith in us. All faith.
And that places him beyond reach, beyond a discussion, understanding.
No, he understands. There comes a time in our very own special form of imperialism where people just don't listen anymore. We're hypocrites. We know it. We all know it. We just hide behind a sophisticated culture to mask what we lack in sheer humanity.
So when do you reckon they'll attack?
Tomorrow morning, first light. That's the Zulu custom.
What are you saying? I mean, you and your men come here with all your shiny uniforms, your swords, your rifles, to tell us we're going to die?
Well, yes and no, madam. I mean, well, there's always the option of prayer.
Prayer?
Calling our own bluff, as it were.
Pray. For what? For a miracle?
Why not? It's Christmas. منا قدر غريب أفات الرحت نخ كل ما تزريت يريعوم غدامي
Captain? Thought you'd be,
I'm a bit rusty, especially when it comes to asking God to deliver us from a fate I know we deserve.
The ship was mine, Captain. Dying is the fate I deserve. Not those people in the church.
If it were that easy to apportion guilt, Shaka would have killed you this afternoon and been done with it. But he didn't. Do you know why? Because your death, the death of one white man, even a slaver, isn't enough to wipe the slate clean. Because we're all guilty in the end, you see. No matter how righteously we may sing. We know. We all know that we have no real intention of treating as equals people who are thought to be just a notch above the gorilla.
Shaka knows that.
Shaka knows that.
Shakespeare tells us that Henry V, Lord of the Britons, on the eve of his decisive battle against the Franks, shed his kingly attire and went down amongst his troops, curious to know how each soldier was coping with the prospect of death. Caught up in that self-same curiosity, Shaka, Lord of Africa, descended onto that unlikely battlefield, where his opponents had gathered under the sign of O Cristo.
Read to me, Mbuyazi, from the book of He Who Died for Your People.
For us all, Baba. He died for us all.
Ah. So Shaka will not have to die for himself. Your own words betray you, my friend. Now, read. Read me some blessings for tomorrow's battle.
There are no prayers for war in this book. The Christ, O Cristo, did not believe warfare is an applicable solution.
What then is an applicable solution?
Forgiveness, Baba. He taught us to forgive, and in that teaching, we find strength, hope. And Shaka's curiosity grew as he examined the world he was set on destroying. Its quirks, its oddities, its wonders and follies, the intricate workings of our hearts and minds, the enlightenment, the hypocrisy, the pretentious arrogance and insight of 7,000 years of tried and tested contradiction. And he gazed into the privacy of our fear, and saw those sitting there, farewell, Halstead, myself and the others. And he realized that in our moments of utter helplessness, we turned not to a belligerent deity who wields a sword of vengeance, but to a miserable wretch of a god who could ill avoid his own death let alone be the savior of others.
The night he met his death, the Lord took bread, broke it, and gave it to his apostles, saying, "Take all of you and eat of this, for this is my body." Then taking the wine, he gave
And
thanks
he saw
to
it,
his apostles, saying,
the blood of the bull,
"Take all of you and drink.
the blood of O Christo.
Conto in cosi, visi magadi.
Rituals of one nature because, as a people, we are just that. One.
Catherine!
Oh, Father. He wants to see you, Father. Alone.
TJ. TJ, sie sind weg. Verschwunden. They're gone, TJ, they're gone!
They're gone. They're gone. They're gone.
They're coming up, sir.
They're gone.
Good heavens!
How did you put it? The magic of people to do the right thing is alive and well after all.
Wonder how long he'll be gone this time. 2 years? More?
One thing is certain. The next time my father can come looking for me. For us.
It's just arrived for you, sir. By messenger. He could only get through this morning.
It's from the governor. Somerset, Cape.
What is it?
Seems upon your father's fervent recommendation, the governor has granted me and Jeremy immediate, unconditional pardon. For uncommon service to king and country. You know, he had to have done this before he left the Cape. That's remarkable. He already made up his mind about me.
Well, let it never be said we farewells lack foresight.
Jeremy, you must tell him the news. Jeremy! Jeremy, we have a letter from the Cape.
What is it the poet wrote? Any man's death diminishes me, for I am involved in mankind. And for those of us who are involved, the solution to hate can be only one in the final analysis.
What would happen, Fevan, if after many generations, the children of your children were still unable to learn the needs of my people? Would they then leave to go back to the lands where you came from? Or would they have learned to love this land so deeply that no other land could become home? Which of those unborn children would then be called African? Yours or mine?